What's up, YouTube? Timu's here. Now, of course, one of the most iconic Dr. Seuss characters of all time, other than the Grinch and Horton Hears a Who, Lorax, and all, is obviously the Cat in the Hat. Now, we already know they've already did a a movie of Cat in the Hat years ago with Mike Myers and everything. Now, coming years ago, there was actually talks about like a new Cat in the Hat anime film being in the works. Well, not only is it still happening, because we haven't heard anything about this Cat in the Hat film for like quite some time. But looks like this new Cat in the Hat film that is coming might not really come might not be coming out might be coming out a little later than you expect. According to Deadline, of course back in 2018, Warner Bros. Pictures announced plans for a series of animated Dr. Seuss movies, including Cat in the Hat, later in October 2020, when time crawled to a standstill and many Hollywood announcements ended up going nowhere. The anime reboot was given a release date of February 23rd, 2024. Now the film has been pushed back either a year or 2 years, depending. According to the new head of animation of Warner Brothers, Deadline brings word from president of feature animation, Bill Damashek, I think I pronounced that right, who recently landed the top spot at the studio, who confirmed the movie has now been delayed. Now, part of Bill's new reign leading animation at Warner Bros. Is a name change. He also confirmed that instead of being known as Warner Animation Group, this branch of the Warner WB tree will be Warner Bros. Pictures Animation. Moving forward, they have plans to release two major movies a year, true of the label, explicitly mentioning the Cat in the Hat anime movie as arriving as either a 2025 or 2026 theatrical release. Now, while the Cat in the Hat movie was first announced, it came with the reveal that it would be just the first part of an expanded Sue-centric universe of movies that were in the works. In addition to Cat in the Hat anime movies, there's also adaptation of Ding 1 and Ding 2 and the Suits classic, All the Places You'll Go, were also confirmed. Nowhere on when they're ever coming out, though. I know the latter one was supposed to be directed by John M. Chu, who also is now busy with his Wicked movie, so who knows if that's still ever happening. Anyway, now obviously, let's be real, this is not going to be live action because the last time they did a live action Cat in the Hat movie, we saw what happened there. It was a Mike Myers film, and I think it was Dr. Seuss' widow who hated that film, so she pretty much made like a word saying that whatever Dr. Seuss movie adaptation there is, it has to be animated, not live action. Which is why since then we got Horton Hears a Who, the Lorax, and I guess you could count the Grinch horror film that just got released. Yeah, maybe we'll see a Cat in the Hat horror film in the future. I don't know, but that aside, you know, now big question is who are they even going to voice Cat in the Hat? Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt. Hey, could you imagine Chris Pratt going from Garfield to Cat in the Hat? I mean, that's gonna be an odd resume. Mario, Garfield, and Cat in the Hat. Yeah, maybe they could get Chris Pratt as the voice of Cat in the Hat. I don't know. Obviously, they ain't gonna get Mike Myers back. So yeah, but I don't know. I think this I'm really interested to see where they're gonna take a new Cat in the Hat film. I mean, who knows if Dr. Seuss stuff could really work? It's just a sigh now, but that's what I say. Anyway, let me let you guys. What are your thoughts on a new Cat in the Hat film not coming out until possibly 2025 or 2026? Were you ever a fan of the Cat in the Hat? Are you even interested in checking out a new animated adaptation? And have you ever seen the Mike Myers version of the Cat in the Hat? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Simmer signing off.